I'm not sure, Mr. Williams, you can help me on that. But they're really just nothing alike. They're nothing alike because when this city was incorporated, it wasn't incorporated with any of those assets. It wasn't incorporated with water. It wasn't incorporated with electricity. It wasn't incorporated with any other way, any other enterprise fund that they could actually pull money from. And it wasn't incorporated with a whole bunch of businesses. It wasn't incorporated with a whole bunch of density. So when they incorporated the city, they incorporated with single family homes. And until we can continuously and continually actually develop that and redevelop and get more density and get more businesses, you're probably going to hover around that 6.9363. Something else that the 6.9363 millage rate over the last 8 years, when combined with very good fiscal policy and a lot of development and the increase in property value has allowed us to do, it's allowed us to have a reserve that allows the city to continue to function when other cities are laying off people and cutting services and furloughing folks. We're able to say, hey, you know what? We understand everybody's having a hard time right now. We're going to keep this millage flat, and we're going to keep the employees employed because we understand we still need to provide services for the residents. And we also understand that we have a lot of employees who are residents. And so us actually furloughing them or laying them off doesn't help the city at all. So that's a general overview of the millage. Now, Mr. Williams, is it tomato or fruit?
I was about to say, Mr. Mayor, you passed the third grade test.
Yes. I was wondering if tomatoes was a fruit. I thought it was a seed.
I'm checking that off on the third grade
yes.
test over here.
Yes. So that is, but that's the general explanation. So now I need a motion to defer the millage item until after the discussion on the budget.
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we defer the millage item until after discussion on the budget. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, show that item deferred. Mr. Clerk, could you please read the title of the budget ordinance?
Item 5.1, an ordinance to the City Council of the City of Miami Gardens, Florida, approving and adopting the city's budget for the 2020-2021 fiscal year, providing for the expenditure of funds, authorizing the city manager to take certain actions, providing for carryover of funds, providing for interfund transfers, providing for automatic amendment, providing for an adoption representation, repealing all ordinances in conflict, providing a severability clause, providing for an effective date, and this is sponsored by the city manager.
All right, now a presentation by the city manager. If there are substantial changes to the budget, Mr. Manager.
Mayor, council members, no substantial changes to the budget. The budget is as recommended.
Okay. Okay. Public comment on the proposed budget only.
Excuse me, Mayor. We did receive a written communication from Sonia Flowers that I did forward to
It's
the
been
council.
accepted. We'll accept it into the record.
All right, and I have no pre-registered comments. The only person who signed up was Lynette Hickenbottom. I don't know if she had comments for both.
Okay. Ms. Hickenbottom?
I'm here. I just was following what Mario had printed in case we wanted to put ourselves in ahead of time for public comment. But I asked for this. Is there gonna be a second public comment? Because that was for the millage rate. Are you doing it separate for the regular meeting?
There'll be a public comment for the council meeting, yes.
So is that now or?
No, this isn't. This is a public comment on the budget.
Oh. Okay, no, well, I don't have a question for this. Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
No other comments?
No other comments, no comments in the public comment room downstairs either.
Okay, public comment is now closed. I need a motion for the final adoption of the 2021 budget.
Motion.
Second. It's been moved and seconded. Comments and questions from the dais?
Yes, I have a question about the budget, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Councilwoman.
All right. I'm assuming I addressed my question to the city manager.
You address it through to the mayor and I direct someone to answer.
All right. Well, maybe a statement / comment, couple of things. As it relates to the budget, I see that and I understand that 63% of the residents voted in favor of Amendment 2.6. Is that correct?
Well, you probably want to go ahead and get the questions out. He might not know the exact numbers on that.
Okay, all right, let me finish my statement. If that being the case, I wanted on record that I was not in that 63%. And when it comes to the budget, I want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. This legislative branch or group, we cannot vote on line items. It has to be, the budget is one entity as a whole that we'll be voting on. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you.
thank you. All right, Mr. Williams, you had something?
No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Manager, those changes that we went through earlier, are they incorporated in the amended budget?
That's correct, Mayor. All changes are incorporated from last meeting, and all amendments to the budget are incorporated.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
thank you. And so now that ends the session of the council. All right, I need a motion to defer the budget until after the approval of the millage item.
Motion.
Second.
To move and second that we defer the budget ordinance until after approval of the millage item. All those in favor of deferring the budget until after the millage item, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, show it deferred. Now I need a motion to recall the millage rate resolution.
Motion.
Okay, it's been moved, it's been second. All those in favor of recalling the millage rate resolution, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, show it recalled. Mr. Clerk, could you call the roll on the millage rate resolution?
Councilman Leon,
Yes.
Councilman Williams,
Yes.
Councilman Stevens,
Yes.
Councilwoman Campbell,
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
I vote yes.
Mayor Gilbert.
Yes,
Motion passes 7-0.
thank you. I need a motion to recall the budget ordinance.
Motion. Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we recall the budget ordinance. All those in favor of recalling the budget ordinance, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, show the budget ordinance recalled. Mr. Clerk, call the roll on the budget ordinance.
Councilman Williams,
Yes.
Councilman Stevens,
Yes.
Councilwoman Campbell,
Yes.
Councilwoman Wilson,
Yes.
Councilman Leon,
I vote yes.
Vice Mayor Harris,
Yes.
Mayor Gilbert.
I vote yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you. I need, Mr. Clerk, how is this noticed? Are we starting the council meeting right away or do we have to wait till 7?
No, we'll start the council meeting right away. The council meeting was advertised to start at 6:01 or immediately following the budget hearing.
Perfect. I need a motion to adjourn the budget hearing.
Motion.
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded. We adjourn the budget hearing. Show us adjourned. Now, Mr. Clerk, call the roll on the council meeting, please.
Councilwoman Wilson,
Here.
Councilman Williams,
Here.
Councilman Stevens,
Here.
Councilman Leon,
Here.
Councilwoman